Hi, my name is Alvin Tell. Today is November 12th, 2017. Today I'm going to be explaining the lab assignment bacterial morphology and staining techniques. The first part I've done already was clean my work area and gather all of my supplies. I then put my gloves, the goggles, and mask on. I started off getting a blank slide and I labeled it already as directed. One direct M. And then I said to flip it over and draw a circle on the back of it. Then from that, I got a sterile swab and I got a sample from my teeth and gums. And then I smeared it on the side of where I wrote the one direct M. And I'll smear it right here over the circle. I let that dry first. And then I lit the tea candle so I can start the heat fix. The heat fix, I would get the slide, after it dried, I would get the slide with these clamps, and then I would go over the heat 5 times. And then from that, I would put this onto the staining tray as so. Now get the crystal violet stain right here. I'll do 1 or 2 drops and now let it stain for 60 seconds. After 60 seconds are done, I will go over to the faucet and I would let it drip over here, over the stain, and then I would blot it dry with a paper towel. After that, after it dried, I will put this under the microscope and then I will take a photo of it. The next one is the negative slide, which I would need the Congo red right here. This one I would have to actually drop Congo red onto the slide first, and then I would get the sterile swab, a new sterile swab, and then I will get a sample from my teeth and gums again. This I would have to slowly agitate it after the drop, and then I'll get a blank slide. After I get the blank slide, I would smear the sample as so, and then I would let that dry. After I let that dry, I would view that under the microscope and take a photo of it. The next exercise is the differential stains, which I would be using my previous broths, the E. coli, the epidermidis, and the cerevisiae. I will start off pre-labeling all the slides, as so, all 3. And then I would use inoculation loop right here. I will sterilize this with alcohol. And then as I would get each broth, we'll do E. coli. I will have the candle lit again, and then this one I would have to unscrew this like so, and then I would light up the candle like so. From that, it says to sterilize the tip of the broth. So after I sterilize the tip of the broth like so, I'll get my sterilized loop and I would go into the broth, get the sample, take it out, and then I'll smear it on the slide as so. From that, I let that dry, and then after I was done with each broth, I would sterilize it like this, and then I would cap it again. After I capped it, I put it back into my bag because I would not need it no more. I did this for all 3 slides. After it was done, I would do the heat fix again, and I would go over the heat 5 times. After that is done, I'll put it in my staining tray, and then I'll start off with the crystal violet. I'll put 1 or 2 drops in here, and I would wait 60 seconds for it to stain. I will do the same thing as I did in the first exercise. Run it over the tap water and then blot it dry with the paper towel. After that was done, I would go to the PVP iodine and do the same thing after it dries. And then I'll put 1 or 2 drops again. Let that stain for at least 60 seconds. After that was done, I will repeat the steps as I did earlier, running over the water and then blotting it dry. After that was done, we go to the decolorization. This is 1 drop onto the slide again, and then that would be 30 seconds wait. After 30 seconds wait, do the same thing, run it over the water and blot it dry. After the decolorization, then we go to the sapphire. After that, I would put 1 or 2 drops of that onto the slide as well. Wait 30 seconds, run it over the water, and then blot it dry. And then I would view it on the microscope and take a picture of it. Now I would do for the next 2 slides as well.